Ready, set. Okay, so we're gonna do a slab roller. We're gonna learn the slab roller right now. This is video number 1. Okay, so the clay is gonna come in bags like this until we run out of the clay in bags like this, and those are also in boxes over there. Behind Iman, yeah. When you're done taking the clay, so it has a rubber band on it, when you're done, you need to definitely rubber band it back up, regardless of, unless there's someone immediately after you that you know is using it. It will dry out. Okay, so we're just gonna unwrap it. And this has already been cut. There's a couple of ways to do this. So this has been cut, this has been sliced through already, like this. So I actually like using the full slab like this. It'll go faster. If you just you're gonna cut a big, like about an inch. And I'm just drawing this on with my fingernails so you can see. Oh, I should have an apron on. You're gonna use your wire cutter to go through the clay to get a pretty thick slab. Any thicker than this is going to strain the slab roller and it might pop the spring. And if the first time using the slab roller, I will probably be supervising you just to make sure that you're doing it right. Okay, so here we are at the slab roller. So the slab roller has 2 pieces of fabric that should go in between the 2 rolls, right, in between the actual roller. Okay, you should, okay, so that's 2 pieces there. Down here is where you can control the thickness. Right now it's set up to 1/4 of an inch, which is good for certain things. I'm gonna go just a little bigger, closer to 3/8 of an inch. Every one of those marks is 1/8 of an inch. I like it right between 2 and 3 marks, just to get the right thickness. Okay, then what we do here is you notice the fabric is laying down, like it's hanging. What we're gonna do is essentially treat the clay like the cream filling of a sandwich. And we're gonna put the clay right there. Actually, that's pretty close to the roller. Then we're going to, the fabric has to be sandwiching it so that the clay doesn't stick to the actual roller. Right here is the actual, it looks like a steering of a ship. There's arrows that point in the right direction going down. This is the direction that you have to move the slab, the wheel, in order to make it move. But you also have to give it a little bit of a nudge with your hand. Once it starts to move into it, then you can go hand over hand. Until it goes all the way through. Then I'm gonna go ahead and just pull the whole thing out. You can uncover it. That's a really nice slab now. When you get done with rolling it, so pull the fabric out, it's easiest to handle it with the fabric like this, like a sling, and then come on over to a table. Once you're here, your job is going to be to move it onto a piece of plastic and then take it to your table. Okay, so you're going to actually get a piece of a plastic bag and open it up. And personally, I'll literally rip one side open at the seam. It'll rip pretty easily if you go at the seam. And then we're going to just kind of put it inside there. If you don't have it submerged in plastic, it's going to dry out. However, you'll learn that with slabs, you want to have them dry. You should have, at this point, before you bring it over here, I like to actually come closer. I like to use a straight edge on a rib and make sure your rib tool is clean so it doesn't get a bunch of debris on there like I just did. Just kind of pull that off. But I like to actually smooth it so that the canvas texture is gone. You might like that texture. I personally am not a huge fan. So I would do this first. If someone's waiting for the canvas, then be sensitive to that, and maybe you just flip it first and get to the side later. You see what I mean? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this slab onto here. Easiest way to do that is to just let gravity do the job. So pull your canvas kind of over and then just flip. And now you have a nice beautiful slab. I can then clean off that slab like this. And it's clean on both sides. And wrap it up nice and tight, smoothing it all out, folding it under, and then carefully take it to your shelf. So try not to get a whole bunch of bubbles and stuff and then lay it flat on your shelf. And that's how you make a slab.